Good morning, good morning. This is day 2, Jeff Lambert's in my journey in the real estate industry. Now, I want to specify and be clear. First of all, I am not yet a licensed realtor. I am working as an inside sales agent in the real estate industry for some would say a boutique brokerage or boutique, however you want to pronounce that. I always thought it was boutique, but nonetheless, I learned a couple things yesterday. A lot of training, a lot of processes, a lot of learning over the next 30 days. And I was reminded on the importance of one particular thing that really, really jumped out at me. And when I had my most successful years, I followed these to a T. And there was flexibility because life happens, right? But over the last couple, 2-3 years, I've taken these less seriously and just kind of gone with the flow. And physical health, financial health, those things have kind of reflected that. So the first thing I've learned is that systems are important. System over chaos. I've got a little sheet here. The first thing I want to say is top people in their field. I made a post on this yesterday. Top agents, top salespeople, top business people, top leaders, top managers, top whatever they're doing, top welders, top foremen in construction, top administrators in education, whatever it is. They have systems in place. They don't wait for the day to happen. They build the day and then work the plan. Broke agents, broke individuals, broke people in business, they let somebody else make a plan for them. They don't have their own plan. They tend to react more than be proactive and build out a day, build out a system, and build out a process, or have something that they follow. Successful agents, successful people build systems. They don't wait to see what the day throws at them. They've already decided how the day is going to go. Oftentimes what I've already seen yesterday, is they live by a virtual calendar or a physical calendar. Some people still use a planner. I used, in my most financially, physically successful years, I penciled in, I wrote in, here's my exercise, here's my Bible time, here's my day up until noon, then I have some time, and here's my day until 5 or 6 p.m. or whatever it is. Wrote it down with a physical planner, and I would write out my 5 most important things that I want to achieve in that particular quarter. Agents in real estate that I've learned so far that are closing 40 plus deals a year aren't smarter than anybody else. They just stopped winging it, hoping things will happen. They block out their time. They dedicate time for specific tasks, even learning and continuing education. They have systems and follow-up systems. They have scripts. They have a process. Again, I'm going to say that a lot here. They plan for every lead that comes in, and they have a plan for getting more business, so nothing falls through the cracks. Now, again, I'm not a licensed realtor. I'm just telling you what I've learned on day 1. You're on a journey with me if you choose to come along with me. Something that separates the top 1% from everyone else, it's not hustle. It's a system, it's a process. They work the system. They have a plan. They plan the work and they work the plan. You've heard this before. They don't fly by the seat of their pants. They have something in place for finding new business. They have something in place for following up and continuing to reach out to people. Because the average individual in sales, not just in an agency, will reach out somewhere between 1 and 3 times, if they do that at all. I was in door-to-door for years, and so many people, if they don't get the deal at the door, they might text them a month later, hey, did you want to move forward or not? Terrible scripting. You got to have something better in place. And if the homeowner or the potential client says, I'm just not quite ready, you get the questions answered, you learn more about what they're looking for and what their timeline is. If you're only following up once or twice, you're leaving money on the table. It's been said before, right? The general understanding is, I think it was 6 to 9 times the average follow-up that turns into a buyer or a seller or a client is on the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th follow-up, sometimes up to 12. So if you're not following up half a dozen times or more, you're missing out on so many people that you can serve and so much money. They have a process for their calendar. So when the chaos of the day hits, something happens. Your kid gets sick at school. An elderly parent or family member falls and gets hurt. Your spouse gets into an accident, God forbid. Whatever life throws at you, right? You're prepared for it and you have something in place already. There's no scrambling. There's a plan that's being executed. Successful men, successful women, successful people don't wing their day and hope that it works out. They build a system, they build a process, they trust the system, and they execute. And if they find a better, more efficient, more effective way, they modify the existing system to streamline and become more efficient and to do their job, their business better. That's true whether you're closing in selling cars, you're in real estate, you're in your home improvement sales, your technology sales, your landscaping, your whatever you are, commercial cleaning services, furniture, whatever it is. That's true regardless of industry. Whether you're building out whatever kind of deal it is, or you're building a life, you're dedicating and you're time blocking for, if you're a believer, you're dedicating time to the Lord every day. Not just a prayer when you wake up and when you go to bed, but in the Word, having discussions with people, listening to a podcast. You dedicate time for continued learning, listening to a podcast on sales, business development, leadership, continued training within your industry, sitting down with somebody who's got more experience in mentorship, reading. When you're going to bed, not just I'm kind of tired, I'm going to go to bed. No, like I'm going to bed at this time. This is when I'm getting up, and I'm adjusting my schedule. Me personally, because this getting up between 6 and 7, and it's going to be adjusted to eventually a little bit earlier than that. My body is not liking it right now because in the door-to-door space that I've been in for the last 6 years or so, consistently, there was a very short bit there where I was waking up and I had to be in the office for about 3 months at 6 a.m. and that was not that much fun. Anyway, I'm used to sleeping in until 9, and then my day starts at around 10:30, and then I get into the field around 2. Well, I'm making a huge shift because my schedule is a typical business day right now in the United States. So I hope this was valuable. I hope that, well, if you didn't like what I say and you think I'm just running my mouth for the sake of it, move on. Pass by. If you got some value out of this, you know what to do. You know somebody who can get some value from this, so share it. Tell them, hey, this guy's not just running his mouth. He has some good points. Hopefully you feel that way. One thing I do know is you were made for more than mediocrity. It's time that you start living like it, and this might be a step in that direction. Jesus loves you. I love you. Reach out, shoot me a comment, let me know your thoughts. I'd be happy to talk with you. Have a great day.